What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is Jose Ortiz from PetRockMedia.com. And today, guys, I want to just have a quick conversation to kind of go over my overall thoughts and impressions and kind of a review of Batman v Superman. Now, today is March the 25th, and it's released today. However, last night we saw the Thursday night screenings. My wife and I and a few friends went to our local Alamo Drafthouse here in San Antonio, went and viewed the film, and I just kind of wanted to give you my overall thoughts and impressions of the movie. I'm going to stay spoiler free as much as possible, but just understand that if a spoiler slips, I do apologize. Know that right now, going into this movie or going into this review, about a minute into the video, I am letting you know that there is a possibility that I may slip and cause a spoiler. So if you don't want to be spoiled by the movie, I suggest you hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and then exit out of this video because, again, I may end up giving you a spoiler. I'm going to try my hardest to stay spoiler free, but if it does slip out at this point, like I said, I do apologize for that. So let's get started with the movie. I started reading some of the reviews, or I started hearing about some of the reviews this week for some individuals who got early screenings of the film, and immediately got a little bit skeptical about the film, seeing that it was getting a lot of harsh reviews. Now, I'm not one to always just read a review and then automatically push away a film. However, when the reviews are a constant thing and there's a constant theme around them, I start getting a little hesitant about the film. However, I pre-ordered my tickets. I wanted to see this. This was DC's shot at starting their universe. They've already talked about and they've already casted, Aquaman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, and so forth. So this was supposed to kickstart and reboot that particular universe. So I wanted to see this. As a comic book fan, as a huge Batman fan, if you can't tell, I'm rocking the Batman shirt this morning. Huge Batman fan. Huge fan of that particular comic series. Not a massive DC fan. I'm more of a Marvel kind of guy. But for Batman, that's one of my all-time favorite, if not my all-time favorite comic book hero. So, pre-ordered the tickets. My wife, my daughter, and myself, along with a few friends, went and checked it out, knowing full well, and I kind of lowered my expectations a little bit because of the fact that I had heard so many negative reviews. And to be honest, guys, I was not a huge fan of Man of Steel. I never saw it 100% all the way through from beginning to end. I saw it made for TV, or if you can say made for TV, I saw it on a regular network channel, not a movie channel like HBO, Showtime, and so forth. I think I saw it on USA. So I saw it in that type of scenario. And I didn't watch it all the way through. I had lots of questions. I kept asking my wife questions about the film because she had seen it already. Superman it doesn't interest me ever since Christopher Reeves. The Christopher Reeves movie of the heyday, those were awesome. I watched all of those. They were more of something that I did with my father back in the day, and those were amazing films. I was never really into the newer ones, and I don't know if it's just the writing of the character, because Henry Cavill can be a decent Superman, but I'm not sure if it's the scripting, the writing, the acting, what it is, but I just cannot fully jump on the bandwagon of Superman. I had my doubts about the casting of Wonder Woman. Okay, but spoiler, if you haven't seen the movie, she's pretty awesome in it. The way they cut her scenes and the way they write for her, it's pretty awesome. So, again, if you want to look at that as a spoiler, I mean, everything in the trailer has pretty much given you the movie. But with that being said, she's pretty awesome in the movie, the way they introduce her and so forth. Now, I did see a review from one of the individuals that I follow on YouTube, Boogie298. He has the alternative Francis character. I saw his review last night after we got home. It was around 1:30 in the morning. Me and the wife were about to go to bed, and I was going through YouTube, and I saw he posted a review. And he hit on something that was really, it hit the nail for me, and that was that the characters in this film were not really established, and they were not really told through a story. Batman's character is just kind of there. It's not really introduced what type of Batman he is, what level that he's at, the age that he's at. They just kind of introduce his character. They show the infamous, again, spoilers right here. They show the mom and dad being shot. We've seen that 1,000 times, and Boogie kind of goes to that. We've seen that scene hundreds and hundreds of times. We've heard about it. We've read about it. We know the whole situation. Wonder Woman, really don't have any backstory to her. She's just there, and because of the trailer and because of casting, we know who's going to play Wonder Woman. So when we see her, when we see Gal, we automatically know, oh well, there's Wonder Woman. However, there's no underlying story with her. Superman, obviously, since it's kind of going based off of Man of Steel, there's no really introduction to his character or Lois Lane or things like that. So you had to have approached this film understanding and having some knowledge of previous films and previous storylines. Jesse Eisenberg as excuse me, as Lex Luthor kind of fits. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's kind of there. His character, though, and spoiler right here, his character, in my opinion, my wife's opinion, and even when we got home and saw Boogie's review, it mimics and mirrors a Joker-ish kind of character, and to me, that's where the movie kind of failed its viewers and failed its fans, is that it tries to bring in other characters, and I'm not too sure. I mean, it could just be me. You guys could think that the movie was amazing and I'm just an idiot, which is totally fine. Leave those in the comments below. But I just kind of wanted to go over this film, having it so fresh in my mind from just watching it last night, literally 12 hours ago ish. So I just kind of wanted to go over that again. It's a good movie. It's not a great film. It's a movie that you don't have to stand in line and watch. You know, you don't have to stand in line for hours if that's your situation. You can wait for the crowd to die down, see it next week, the week after. Will I be buying it? I probably will because of the Batman character. Now, Ben Affleck, for the type of Batman that he was going to portray or was needing to portray on the big screen, I think he got it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I'd probably give him a 7. Just understanding, you know, based on the Dark Knight Returns comics and things like that, just I think he did an okay job. Wasn't amazing, wasn't awesome, but I think he did a good job. What it feels like is that DC is trying to recapture the Christopher Nolan series of Batman with the introduction of Superman, Wonder Woman, and so forth, and they're just not getting that. They're not capturing that. And it's a shame, but we'll see where the rest of the films go as far as the standalone films with Wonder Woman and Aquaman and so forth, getting ready for the Justice League. We'll see where it goes. But just know that the movie is not 100% in the trailers. Many reviews are saying that if you saw the last trailer, the very final trailer, you've seen 80, 70, 80% of the film. There are a few twists. The endings are pretty crazy. And I say endings because they're kind of staggered. Kind of reminded me of Lord of the Rings, the way it was ending, the Return of the King, where it just kind of felt like every scene was an ending at the end and it just kept going and going. Kind of felt like that a little bit. But you'll see for yourself when you watch the film. So yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to give you my overall first impressions and thoughts of this film. Scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a 6, 6.5. Really, really hard to give it a 7. But again, it is a movie that is worth watching, even if you're not a huge fan of all the comic books, at least just as a comic book fan, it's a movie worth watching. But rushing out, waiting in line, all that kind of stuff, I kind of would have just wanted to wait a few days later. Now, having seen that, though, having seen the film already, I would have probably waited a week or so to go see it with hardly anybody in the movie theater. But again, that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. Let me know down in the comments. Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Once again, guys, this is Jose Ortiz from PetRockMedia.com signing out. Peace.